Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining my channel, Kaylee Wolf Tarot. Please everyone, make comments, let me know what you think of these. Subscribe to my channel. I'd love to hear from you. This is a general reading. It's going to be for all water signs. I wanted to do a reading after the full moon lunar eclipse we had this past Friday. I know the majority of the time most readers do it before, but I want to see where folks are at after the fact, where you find yourself, what you're thinking, what decisions you made. And because we have so many folks out there that are water signs, I wanted to break it down into different stories to resonate with different people. Please let me know if it resonates with you. If you'd like to get a private reading, the details are down below. Again, this is just a general reading. I did 3 different storylines, and then I did an advice card for each one. My advice cards, I used Earth Magic. Love these cards, by Stephen Farmer. So we will go through the advice for each story, and then I have an overall card at the end of the deck. I have meditated on these, and wow, it's like night and day between all of them. So the first one, oh, one more thing. I did have a few comments, few folks comment that they couldn't hear the videos. I went through and I tested to make sure that you could hear them and they were loud, and I have the volume up as high as I can get it. I do know for me personally, there are some videos on YouTube that I can't hear either. I either have to have the house quiet or I have to put my headphones in. I think it has to do with YouTube itself. Sometimes the volume works perfect, other times the volume does not. So I do apologize for that, and I'm not really sure what I can do about that, but let's move forward. So the first set of cards that I got here was the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. And a lot of times the 5 of Pentacles means that you've been left out in the cold, and it could very well be the situation. But I read this as you actually left someone out in the cold. It was a balanced relationship of give and take. The King of Wands is a fire sign, and upright, all of them are very, very good people. I don't know why I read it this way, why I see it this way, but I feel like you left somebody behind. You left them out in the cold. You walked away after this lunar eclipse. I mean, it could be the other way around for some of you, but very balanced, very giving. For some of you that this resonates with, you walked away because it was a third-party situation. And you weren't being given enough in the relationship. There wasn't a fair give and take. I did just hear that. So, but for the majority in this situation, it was you that walked away from this. So you decided to walk away from it. That's it. You decided to walk away from a relationship. Could be with a fire sign or somebody who has fire in their chart. The advice card is autumnal equex. Am I saying that right? It says release, which goes right along with the reading. So let's go ahead and see what your advice card says. Here we are. Okay. It says, now's the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Isn't it cool how these come together? And it just, whatever. Anyways, I'll move on. Allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest while at the same time making preparations for the winter season. Look especially at your material possessions and be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away or somehow released. Consider shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable, as well as work or a job that has become devoid of interest and passion. With release comes a sense of being much lighter, just like the trees that openly bear their nakedness once their leaves have departed and given room for whatever new life is ready to birth following a period of quiet and gestation. So let go of whatever has outlived its purposefulness and trust that something else will take its place. Perfect. Well, that makes sense. I mean, if that's what you need to do and that's what you were called to do, perfect. Now, for another group of you, I have the Sun, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So when I looked at this, I thought, wow, whoever this is for, your life is really abundant. You're very happy. You're very comfortable with yourself. Your emotions are balanced, but you have a lot of opportunities. You're dating a lot. You're seeing a lot of different people. You're enjoying life to the fullest. You haven't committed to anything yet. You're just enjoying yourself. You're just really, really enjoying yourself, and your life is abundant. You're very, very happy. You're very comfortable. I'm sure at some point you will decide what you want or who you want. But right now in these summer months, you're really, really enjoying yourself and doing a lot of dating, outdoor activities. There's just so many different things for you to do right now. This card is like you can't choose. There's so many cups up in the air. You just can't choose. So you're rolling with it and you're enjoying it. And what I really, really liked about your advice card with this is childhood, innocence. And when I saw that, the first thing I thought of is you're living life just like a kid right now. You're just enjoying yourself. You're enjoying life. You're very free-spirited, and you're just going, you're just rolling with it, and you're not taking anything personally. But let's go ahead and read and see what it says. Here we go. Innocence. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout your life, and you have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned sour or cynical, and no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear block the flow of your vitality, your life force. Yes, in spirit of all this, there is a core of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that has covered up the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can revisit the state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhabit your light and love from coming forth. You truly are a child of God, so allow yourself to be that. You know, whoever this resonates with, that makes sense, let me know. Let me know. Last but not least, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Three of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Swords. And we have some single folks here. It is a general reading, so it can be male or female. But you've had some hard times in relationships, some difficult times, and you have children. And right now you're focusing on making money, learning new trades, working together to provide for your children. This Page of Wands, it can be messages and things of that nature, but that's not how I see it. I see this individual really focused on your family, your children, and taking care of business and making sure everything is taken care of. It's almost like you're turning your back to relationships and you're just focusing on the future right now to make sure that you're stable and your kids are taken care of. I mean, that's how I see it. Of course, we can look at the cards and read it a whole different way, that messages are going to be coming in about work or a new project, which is possible, very, very possible. But I see you very, very focused, not a lot of emotion right now. It's more building yourself up. The Queen of Swords, and you could very much be taking on this energy, is a person who has been widowed, very logical thinking, has really been through the ringer and has taken those things that have happened and turned them into strengths. Very, very strong, determined person. One of the things that I try to always say, as far as the Queen of Swords or the King of Swords, is that you can be very, very sharp-tongued, and that sword swings very quickly. Be careful of that because you can really hurt people, and sometimes you just can't take it back. So be very careful with your words. Don't be too harsh. I respect the strength that you're in, the perseverance that you've gone through. But I see this as somebody who's focused on making sure they take care of their children, and they're building their future and their career by focusing on their work. This could also be learning a new trade, going to school, things of that nature. So congratulations to you folks. Again, let me know if this resonates. And this is why I wanted to do 3 different spreads, because there's different people at different places at different times. And for you, you got Dragonfly, Emergence. So let's read this. And I do love Dragonfly. Here we go. It says, you are in an intense process of emergence into the next cycle of your life. Unlike more gradual shifts in awareness you have experienced, this one is happening quite rapidly and came on somewhat unexpectedly, without any pauses for contemplation or indecision. You may even think that you are unprepared for such dramatic changes in your life, yet you are prepared and can put to use the experiences and wisdom you have accumulated up to now. Life is demanding that you move into the next stage of maturity. This requires you to adjust your thinking about yourself, others, and your community. Calls for you to shed yet another layer of your ego-filled defenses and let go of any illusions of being less than who you are. This period of emergence is one of broadened consciousness and heightened perceptual capacities. And since it is inevitable, it is best to surrender to the flow and follow and allow yourself to gracefully move into the next cycle of your life. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Again, let me know if this resonates. If it doesn't, watch your moon or rising sign. If it does resonate and you want more information, you can get a private reading with me. The details are below. And last but not least, I have a card at the bottom of the deck. Overall energy for all water signs, and it is the 7 of Swords. And when I saw the 7 of Swords, normally this is trickery, thievery, things of that nature. And the first thing I thought when I saw this card at the bottom of the deck is that many of you have eliminated people who are toxic in your life, and you don't want them there. Some of you may have people around you that are still no good. With this lunar eclipse, a lot of the planets in retrograde, we have people who come back who have hurt us in the past. Don't allow it to happen. Keep moving forward. Keep trugging along. You'll figure it out. Anybody who's in your life that's creating drama or is taking from you and not giving back, get rid of them. Eliminate it. Balance out your life. Balance out your life. And that's all I have for you, folks. I will have the August readings out in the next week for you. I have been crazy busy lately, but I did want to get these out at the end of the month to review the moon we just had on Friday and the lunar eclipse and see where everyone's at and how they're feeling and moving forward. So congratulations to all of you. It looks like you're not doing all that bad. Again, if you do want a private reading and this doesn't resonate, all my information is down below. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye now.